Wow. Hashtag empty shelves once again, guys. So today we have another devastating blow to our food supply about empty shelves and shortages at some of the biggest retailers in our country. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Popular grocery store and Kroger rival shut its doors for good after pictures showing empty shelves and taped off aisles. ShopRite's Gibbstown, New Jersey location closed in April after serving the area for 19 years. Pictures posted on Facebook showed the store's empty aisles. Large sections of the store had been blocked off. Meanwhile, refrigerators and shelves were completely bare. News of the closure was devastating shoppers as the news outlet was hailed for its convenience. ShopRite has over 300 locations across the country, and it serves communities in Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, New York, and Pennsylvania, among others. And it's not just ShopRite that's closing down stores lately. A Stop and Shop store in Greenwich, Connecticut is also shutting its doors in June. Why? Because it's not meeting financial expectations. They gave the almost 60 affected employees the option to move to other sites, but you guys already know what kind of crazy commute that's going to be for those workers. Several Walmart supermarkets are also set to close this month. This is going to impact thousands of shoppers. The retail giant will close outlets in South Bend, Indiana, Honolulu, Hawaii, Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, and Everett, Washington this month. Walmart supermarkets in Louisville, Kentucky and Forest Park, Ohio are also set to close this month. The closures come amid a gloomy projection for the retail sector. Analysts at UBS fear that 50,000 stores could close over the next 5 years if the economy enters into a prolonged recession. So please share this video with a friend and let them know about this. But that's not all, guys. It turns out that Kroger shoppers are calling out shortages with a lot of empty shelves. This one dude on YouTube, he took viewers on a walkthrough of his local Kroger store and showed exactly what he found. Spoiler alert, it wasn't good. In Walmart, Portland, Oregon, one shopper, he's calling time of death. Check it out. Now, tell me if I'm the only one who's been noticing this. These empty shelves that I've been coming across, what I have been noticing the most is that when everything completely runs out, it comes back in smaller packages and higher prices. Do you guys agree with me on that one? Hit me up in the comments down below. And those who can't make it, they just totally shut down. Even Bed Bath & Beyond's last holiday season was a mess with empty shelves. An employee had to resort to draping banners over them just to kind of cover up the embarrassing gaps in the store. And don't even get me started on the odd flow of UGG comforters. You guys saw that? Oh, and it's not just household items that are in short supply. So apparently there's even empty shelves for kids' medicines with shortages all over the place for over-the-counter children's medicines in some locations. Guys, I'm talking about kids' medicines. I mean, we're talking about a serious shortage here. I mean, they just can't be right. Pretty soon we're going to be seeing rationing kick in. Just take a look at what's going on over in the UK. Some supermarket chains have had to cap the amount of fresh produce that customers are permitted to buy due to supply shortages. People are only allowed to grab a few packages of popular items like tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, and raspberries. Time to pay attention, guys. Make sure to keep watching until the end. I got a lot more to share with you. So let's go ahead and start things off with Kroger's, right? So millions of people depend on Kroger for their groceries and essentials, right? They're basically the top dog when it comes to supermarkets right here in the United States, with about 2,800 stores over 35 states, including Ralph's, King Soopers, and Dillon's. But even with that kind of reputation, some shoppers are getting completely just pissed off with the certain locations not having the goods that they need. So one shopper, Adventures with Dano, he posted a YouTube video where basically he walked down their own local Kroger store to see what was up with the stock situation. They were a little bit surprised by what they found. I couldn't find it myself, but it says here that the description read something like this, quote, "We're at Kroger and are noticing price increases on groceries and a lot of empty shelves. We're here to check out the skyrocketing prices and the empty shelf situation. It's getting rough out here as stores seem to be struggling with getting products," end quote. So they wandered up and down the aisles and noticed that certain things were getting hard to find, like pet stuff. Really limited. Really a lot of inconvenience tags and everything. The dairy section was a little rough too. There were 3 whole shelves in the cooler that were supposed to be full of eggs, but they were empty. The combination of certain items becoming harder to find, plus inflation is forcing prices higher. Not only do we feel it, but so do scammers, thieves, and hackers. In fact, these economic times have only made scammers, thieves, and hackers that much more aggressive. The new reports of identity theft increasing around the country is also alarming. It's up 110% in Alabama since 2019. Very startling statistics from the Federal Trade Commission reveal that Alabama is among the top 10 states in the United States with the highest rates of identity theft putting its citizens at even greater risk. In fact, last year we saw an alarming surge in identity theft in the southern states of Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida, with over 500 people out of every 100,000 people becoming victims of an identity theft related crime. But the danger does not stop there. The most vulnerable areas for identity fraud are the metropolitan regions of the South, where unsuspecting citizens fall victim and prey to schemes of these fraudsters. Now, what's very concerning is that the cities with the highest number of reported identity theft cases were located in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, and Texas. This is a grave situation that demands immediate attention. I mean, you would be surprised to discover what's readily available on the internet. Do a quick Google search for your personal information or for a friend. Check their name, their email, phone number. You'll be surprised what pops up. The vastness of the internet has made it possible for anyone to easily access sensitive personal information that could compromise your safety and security. Your full legal name, personal email, home address, phone number, even the identities of your closest relatives are all at risk of being exposed to malicious individuals that are just lurking on the internet. It's a very concerning reminder that our privacy could just literally be invaded or even stolen with just a few clicks of a button. This information is available because of data brokers who profit by selling your information to robocallers, telemarketers, spammers, and pretty much anyone who wants to learn more about you. And that is exactly why I'm so excited to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Aura. Aura will identify data brokers that are exposing your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. You can use my link, aura.com/Ron Yates, to try 2 weeks for free so that you can see how many data brokers are sharing your information. And I'm also going to link this in the description down below, or you can scan the QR code. Aura also monitors your emails and your passwords to see if they were involved in a data breach and exposed to the dark web, and it gives you recommendations on what to do next. Aura's app also features a VPN, password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and it even protects your devices from malware. Aura also has almost every internet safety tool you'll ever need, all inside of one app. Let Aura do all the hard work keeping you safe online. If you sign up right now, Aura will give you a free 2-week trial with my link. You'll be shocked how much of your private information Aura finds exposed over the next 2 weeks. So go to aura.com/Ron Yates to start your free trial, also linked down below in the description of this video, or you can scan the QR code. So we noticed that some other grocery store items are also getting pretty expensive too. The store was using sales to cover it up, but it wasn't happening. So for example, the 5-pound bag of mandarin oranges was on sale for $6.49, but the regular price had jumped to $7.99. Other things like blackberries, bell peppers, and non-dairy creamers were also very expensive, even though they weren't advertised as being on sale. The shortages were bad enough, but the shrinkflation, it was getting ridiculous. I mean, we have to pay more and get less. I got some broccoli the other day, and when I was putting it in the bowl, it didn't even fill the whole bowl. And it was a small cereal bowl too. So that means I now have to buy like 2 bags now. Who can keep up with these rates? Several Walmart supermarket stores are also closing this month, leaving thousands of shoppers in their lurch. Even last holiday season, we saw empty shelves in Bed Bath & Beyond. Shelves were empty, employees had to drape banners everywhere, and apparently shipments of KitchenAid mixers, the kitchen gadgets, and the curtain rods had stopped coming in. And for some weird reason, the store had a surplus of UGG comforters. I don't even know why. Stores have been receiving way less inventory than usual. And instead of 400 cartons of inventory 5 times a week like during the 2021 holiday season, they're only getting like 100 cartons 2 or 3 times a week in 2022. And some of the customers' favorite products were not even able to be found at all. Customers were understandably upset, and the store's attempts to order products online for them were unsuccessful. It was a real tough time for Bed Bath & Beyond then, but now they're filing for bankruptcy. They're projecting a 32% drop in sales and a $386 million loss for the latest quarter. Part of the problem is that the company's always had trouble paying its suppliers on time, which of course caused some of them to stop sending shipments. Employees have even been venting their frustrations on a Reddit message board, talking about how they miss being able to stock the store properly and how customers keep asking if the store is going to go bankrupt. Well, apparently the customers knew something that was not even public information. But really, more urgent than a shortage of pillows and bed sheets is the shortage of kids' medicines. Now, it started during this past holiday season, but people are still reporting shortages until now, including children's Tylenol, Motrin, ibuprofen in some locations. People are stocking up on the over-the-counter pain relievers and fever reducers due to the early start of the respiratory illness season. Flu has been a particular challenge recently with the highest number of cases in the United States at this point in the season for the last 10 years. During the same period, kids age 4 and younger were second to those age 65 and older for the highest weekly hospitalization rate. And we also saw a recent high for RSV cases. Then, of course, there's C-19, right? Due to the combination of these illnesses, some places in the United States are experiencing supply shortages, but it varies by state and city. Some places had to resort to rationing. CVS and Walgreens, they're putting a cap on how much ibuprofen and acetaminophen each customer can buy because everybody's been stocking up. Now, if you go to CVS, you can only grab 2 bottles max. But if you hit up Walgreens website, you can buy up to 6 bottles. There's no limit if you buy in person though. So how's the situation in your area? Hit me up in the comments down below. Now, pretty soon, we're likely to see rationing in a lot of our daily needs, especially if China and the United States decide to go to war over Taiwan. I mean, just look at what's happening over in the UK. A bunch of supermarkets have decided to limit how much fresh food customers can buy because there's just not enough to go around. Apparently, some people are only allowed to buy 2 or 3 packs of stuff like tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, raspberries. And this has led to lots of pictures of empty shelves being posted all over social media. And in the UK, there's been a shortage of fresh produce due to bad weather, which, by the way, affected crop yields in Morocco and Spain, the main countries the UK imports produce from during the winter months. Delivery delays and cancellations due to storms were also factors. Other European nations haven't experienced such shortages. However, some British farmers said that they could not afford to grow produce during the winter months because of high energy prices and labor shortages caused by Brexit. But recently, the UK's Environment and Food Secretary Therese Coffey suggested that people should try eating seasonal vegetables like turnips instead of harder to get produce like lettuce. But her comments backfired when the president of the National Farmers Union pointed out that the turnips weren't actually in season and sparked a number of turnip jokes on social media. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, who's betting that we're going to be hearing President Biden pretty soon announcing that we're going to have to resort to turnips for food? I mean, seriously, guys, it really would not hurt to stockpile on some of the basic needs like food, water, and medicine. But let me know if you guys want to learn more about this. Comment section is always wide open. And do not forget to protect yourself and your family today. Be sure to go to aura.com/Ron Yates to get your free 2-week trial. And I'll also leave a link for you guys down below in the description of this video. But for now, that was today's jam-packed financial update and daily news report. Empty shelves once again in places like Walmart and Kroger's. Some stores completely closing down. Bed Bath & Beyond just a few months away from bankruptcy. And watch out for rationing and kids' medicine shortages too. I just want to thank you guys for always dropping a like for the video and for sharing these videos. Please be kind to one another, and I will see you on the next one.